Awesome, awesome. Well, we'll wait one more minute, just in case we've got some stragglers, or in case you're straggling, or your brain's straggling, or whatever. Mine definitely is. Yesterday I woke up and I was so tired and disoriented. We have a problem sometimes with little roaches, so just to make sure the coffee pot is clean, I put water in the coffee maker and just filter just regular water through it and heat it up and then pour it out and then make coffee. Yesterday I filtered the water through and, went together, make coffee, whatever, made the coffee, and I looked in the pot and I'm like, why are there 6 cups of water, of coffee in the pot? Well, it's because I didn't dump out the cleaning water. So I made 6 cups of diluted coffee. Needless to say, I poured it out because that was disgusting. Anywho, hopefully you've had a better day than I did yesterday. We're going to go ahead and get started, and if anybody else hops in, they're welcome to join us. So let's be in cross-legged position again, and let's close our eyes. And remember, if you have requests of things you'd like to have us do, you're welcome to tell me somehow, message me, whatever. I've had a headache, so we're going to do some anti-headache stuff today. And same as Monday, we're going to actually turn the palms up. So if your hands are on the sides of your knees, turn their palms up toward the ceiling. And just take a few breaths. So trying to feel that your elbows and shoulders are pulling down kind of heavy from your neck. So just in case you've gotten a little bit bunched up around the neck like I have, trying to pull that down some. Keeping those hands there, we're going to inhale. As you exhale, drop one ear to your shoulder. Scratch your head. Breathe in through the center, exhale, and drop your ear to the other shoulder. Inhale, head through the center. We're going to drop your ear to your shoulder again, holding for a breath or so. But then we're going to turn the chin down in the direction of the shoulder. So actually turn your chin down. Like it's pointing at your top of your shoulder. Then we're going to inhale, move the head through the center, just ear to the shoulder first. And then we're going to turn the chin down, pointing toward the top of the shoulder. All right, bring your head back to center. We're going to place our hands down on top of the knees, just grabbing hold of the knees and just stirring the upper body. Like you're trying to conjure up some weird voodoo magic or something. So trying to rotate your upper body around, warming up through your lower back and your hips, and then reverse directions. Awesome. We're going to settle the palms down on the ground and fold forward. The clock is ticking really loud today. I think it's just because it's not windy for once. Totally thought one of those tornadoes on Monday was going to come blow us away. We're going to inhale, bring it back, hands behind you, open chest toward the ceiling. Taking some easy breaths. Big breath in, bring those hands forward one more time, fold it over. Now I decided to go a little further this time, so if you want to drop your forearms or elbows down toward the ground, you can do so. Okay, then we're gonna inhale, hands back one more time, nice and open. Okay, so let's come up nice and tall. Nice and easy, place one hand down. We're gonna do an easy side bend. Let's inhale, place that hand down. Other hand up and over. Choke to death here. Okay, we're gonna inhale, place this hand down. We're gonna reach over again, but this time, rather than just staying straight, see if you can turn toward the ceiling slightly. And then keep your hand up and turn toward the ground slightly. So little rotations, turning toward the ceiling, opening up more on the front side and turning toward the ground. Come back to the center, we're gonna bring that hand down, other hand comes up and over. So same thing, right now our body is facing straight forward. We're gonna try to turn toward the ceiling. And then turn, look at the ground. Again, turning toward the ceiling. And turning toward the ground. Very good. Oh, you should come back straight and then come back up, whatever. I just came back up. All right, anyway, so let's place the bottoms of the feet together for a sec. And just kind of getting used to this shape. So you can sit up nice and tall. And like I've said before, if you can't really sit up very straight in this position, if you hunch over a whole bunch, remember you can sit up on something if you need to. You can move your feet a little further away also. Let's just try to settle up tall for a moment. Feel like you're bringing your chest forward, maybe pulling forward with your belly button. We're going to do a big breath in, exhale and fold it forward over those feet. Inhale, draw it up again. Now, if your feet are further away, see if you can bring them in maybe an inch or so. And we're going to try that again. You can anchor your hands down to your feet, pull your body forward. So feel like you're pulling your belly button forward first before you let your whole spine kind of collapse. So belly button forward. That way you get a deeper stretch kind of in towards your pelvis. And then you can stretch down the rest of the way. Now we're going to hold this position for a moment. And as we're here, we're going to inhale and try to lift your knees up towards your shoulders. So big squeeze on the inside of the thighs. Big breath in and exhale. Relax the knees down. Hold there for a moment. And again, we're going to inhale. Squeeze those knees up toward the shoulders. Try not to cramp. I mean, as if you can actually prevent that. Anyway, exhale and knees relax down. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna send the feet out nice and wide. Okay. The feet out on the mat for a sec. Hopefully you didn't get too much cramping there in the hips. We're gonna keep the hands behind us for a sec, and once again, nice and tall. So trying to lift up through the chest, let your belly button kind of roll forward. If you can't do that, then you can lean back on your hands. And just trying to, nice and easy, fold toward the middle. And you can rest your hands down between your feet if you want, or you can keep a hand behind just a kickstand. And we're gonna nice and easy walk our hands over toward one leg. So grabbing hold with one arm, reaching with the other. Unless you just wanna grab, that's fine too. And we're gonna do something kind of funky and flowy, see if it works. We're gonna take one hand, the inside hand, reach it out and up, and feel like you're turning your chest toward the ceiling. So like we did earlier when our feet were in a cross-legged position, turning up toward the ceiling. And then we're just gonna reach over toward the other foot. Pretty and flowy, it's almost like dance yoga or something. So both arms are reaching over. So now same thing, we're gonna take that inside hand, reach it up, turn toward the ceiling, and then bring the body up and reach over toward the first leg. So you might feel that you can reach a little further now using some active stretching stuff here. So inside arm coming up, turning toward the ceiling. So you're actually trying to lift your chest toward the ceiling. Big breath in, come through the middle, and exhale. We're going to stretch it over. And again, taking that arm, bringing it up, turn your chest toward the ceiling, inhale. And then exhale, fold it over again. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna come on up. Hoo-wah. Bring those leggies in. Hips might be kind of angry with me. We're gonna go on to hands and knees. Ooh. And let's take a second and wiggle it out. We just did a whole bunch of like bending over and crazy stuff, so your back might be kind of angry. Mine is. So just wiggle a little side to side. So I'm doing the shoulders to one side, hips kind of to the other. Okay, then we're gonna recenter ourselves, palms underneath the shoulders. We're gonna take a big breath in, and as you exhale, kick a leg back, nice and straight. And we're gonna take that leg and cross it over the other leg so that we're kind of outside the mat. My foot's on the floor now. You're gonna turn your head and your body and try to look at that foot that's extended out behind you. So big stretch here on the side of the body. Okay, bring your head and your chest back to the center. We're gonna bring that leg down. Make sure that your body's nice and flat. Again, we're gonna breathe in, exhale, send your leg out because the body's flat. And then we're moving that leg over to the side off of the mat, and we're gonna turn the head and look at your foot. Check out your toenails that probably need to be clipped, but you're on quarantine, so you don't care. Awesome, we're gonna inhale, bring that leg back toward the center, and going through a couple motions of cat and cow. So we're gonna inhale and arch through the spine, lift your forehead and your tailbone. Big breath in, exhale and round spine. Again, inhale, open up through the chest, pull those shoulders down and back. Exhale to round, pushing up and away from the floor. We're gonna do one more of both. Inhale, lift your forehead and your tailbone. Keep those shoulders down and back. And then when you're ready, exhale to round, pushing up and away. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go forward on the mat for a sec. We're going to give a little rest to our wrists, so you can roll them out if you need to, or you can stack your hands and rest your head on the back side of your hands for just a second. So we did a whole bunch of stretching stuff, lower back, hip stuff. Try now to relax through your low back. So rather than kind of contorting it or whatever, or holding anything up, since you're laying here on the mat, try to feel like you're sinking your hips and your belly and your chest down into the mat, and let all of that kind of relax, almost like you're dropping water on the floor and it kind of disperses. You want your body to feel kind of like that. Give this one 2 more breaths. All right, so we're gonna pull the elbows in. Let's go into a gentle back bend. So you don't have to bring your elbows in too far. Remember, we're still trying to keep our hips and our belly button pretty much down on the mat. Lift up your forehead. Big breath in. You can exhale, lower your forehead down, stretch your hands out overhead. Try to walk those fingertips as far away from you as you can. All right, then we're gonna bring the hands in, place them underneath your shoulders, curl those toes under. We're gonna go up into a high plank. So high plank could be high plank on your knees or high plank on your feet, but you're trying to tuck the hips under and keep the lower abs super contracted. That way there's no stress on the lower back. Give it 2 more deep breaths. And then we're gonna drop the knees, make them go out kind of wide, big toes together, pull the hands in. We're gonna pull one hand up and kind of do that bow and arrow feeling, reaching the hand up toward the ceiling, waving at your friends. Kind of like we did Monday. Except that we're gonna breathe in, and as you exhale, thread the needle, move that hand through and turn your body to the side. Stretching through that shoulder blade. And just keep this here for a few breaths. You should feel that your shoulder blade actually pulls away from your spine, so your rhomboid gets a big stretch here. If you don't feel that, then try to reach away with your arm. So we're gonna inhale, bring that arm up, and now let's repeat on the other side. So hands, you're gonna draw up toward the ceiling like you're waving at your friends. Hello, friends. Where are you? And then we're gonna exhale through, threading the needle, turning the body to the side, and rotating through the chest. Once again, big stretch through the rhomboid. You're trying to pull your shoulder blade away from your spine. Okay, we're gonna bring that hand up. So now we're gonna move into downward dog. So let's move the hands forward, bring those knees in. We're gonna kind of crunch the fingertips down into the mat, curl your toes under, hips up, and move them back. And we're gonna do kind of a funky one, so stay with me. You can bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Feel like you're sinking your chest down toward the floor. We're gonna lift that foot up just a little bit. So maybe just a small lift, or you can lift up a little higher if you're just so excited about yoga today. And then we're gonna inhale, and we're gonna bring the knee forward. We kind of did something similar last week. We're gonna place that foot down on the mat. So do your best to get your foot down on that mat. You can inch your toes forward if you need to. We're gonna bring our hands back, and we're gonna push up and away. So if you have to, you can settle that foot flat, bringing the body up. Warrior, ta-da! If you ever watch Superstar, it's what I think of when we get here. Superstar. So even though we started from a lowering position, once we get up into this warrior pose, try to feel like you're lifting through the front of your pelvis. So tucking your hips under, and kind of pushing back off of your front leg. Big breath in. We're going to straighten that front leg. Send the hands down around your front leg. And easy stretches. Okay, then we're going to bring both hands in toward the inside of that foot. Try to reorient that back leg so that you can drop your knee down toward the ground. And then we're going to take the front foot and send it back. So like someone hit the rewind button. Now we're going to go into downward dog again. So curl your toes under, lift those hips up and move them back. And now again, if you're just feeling really excited today, lift that foot up off the floor. You can lift it high if you want. And then we're going to bend the knee, pull that leg through as far forward as you can, settling that foot down on the mat, walking it forward a little extra if you need to. Reorienting your hands some. And we're going to push up off of the mat. And you can move around your back foot. That's my husband burping. You can place both feet flat on the ground and bring your hands up, warrior position. Oh, that's a hiccup. We're going to pull up the front side of the pelvis, trying to tuck the hips. You're going to make me fall. Okay. And big breath in. We're going to exhale, send the hips back, reach your hands down on your mat. You might not even be able to hear that, but it's pretty funny. He's in there hiccuping. Stop hiccuping. One more big breath in. And we're going to move both hands to the inside of that foot. And we're going to settle that back knee down toward the mat. Ouch, toward the mat again. I just hurt my foot. Toward the mat again. And bring that leg in. Awesome. All right, so last couple here. You're going to lay down on your back and bend both knees. You can place your feet nice and flat. And we're just going to rock the knees side to side. Awesome. We're going to inhale, bring the knees up toward the chest. Exhale, send them out straight underneath you, hands up overhead. Awesome. Let's take one hand, stretch it across the chest, just grabbing hold with the other arm and pulling. And again, repeat on the other side, stretching that arm across, grabbing a hold and pulling. And we're going to bring that hand in. Let's bend both elbows. So place your upper arm in contact with the mat. We're going to bring the feet in into a bridge position, so just outside the reach of your hands. Big breath in. Exhale and lift your hips up off of the mat, tightening through your glutes. So try to tuck under so that you don't feel it in your back. I'm going to kill him. Big breath in and exhale, lower down. Okay, find a position that is comfortable for you. If you want to stay here on your back, you can. You can roll over onto your stomach if you'd like. Let's just rest here for these last couple minutes. stay here for one more minute. Or if you're feeling all done for today, you can go ahead and start setting on up. Thank you guys for coming by. And if you're watching this after the fact, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can actually go down into the description box below, and there is a donate button or donate page for those of you who are willing to donate. And I had other people asking about it. So anyway, thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you next time. Bye.